Good morning all of you. In the first part we discussed about bar graph, how we draw the bar graph. Hope all of you understood it. And if we have a huge data, then how we can represent it. It is not possible to draw the bar graph or pictorially it is difficult to represent it. So in this case we use another method to represent the data and it is called tally marks. Okay, tally marks. It is used to represent the data, and tally marks means we use vertical lines to represent the data. That means first we draw the 4 vertical lines and the 5th tally is represented by a slanting line which cut the previous 4 vertical lines. That's the method to represent the tally mark. Okay, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. We draw the 4 vertical line to represent the tally mark corresponding to the number 4. But if we have 5, we represented it as 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 vertical lines are there. Then you draw a slanting line like this which cut all the previous vertical line. And this is the number 5. Okay, then if we have 8, then how we represent it? First we draw like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is one group. Then to represent another group, leave a space, then 6, 7, 8. In this way we represent the tally marks. Okay. Another one is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First group. Then 6, leave a space. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then third group contains 2 lines because 5 plus 5 plus 2. We get 12. In this way we represent the tally marks. Okay. Okay. Now we discuss this using an example. For example, suppose in a shop different types of juices are there. Some bottles are there. We want to represent it using tally. For example, orange juice, then grapes, apple, mango. Different bottles are there and the corresponding tally is also given. Tally marks is also given. These are the bottles, juice bottles, and here the tally marks are also given like this. Okay, in this method, the number of bottles of each type is marked. So, from this table, can you find out how many orange juice bottles are there? You just count the tallies here. This represents 5. That is, tallies represented as a group of 5. 5 in number. So, 5 plus 5, 10 plus 3. So, what about the number of bottles? Number of bottles 13. Okay. Then next one is how many grape juice bottles are there? 5 plus 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. Then apple juice bottles 5 plus 5 10 plus 4 14. So here we write 14. Then mango juice bottles 5 plus 5 10 plus 5 15 plus 3 18. 18 bottles are there. Okay. In this way we can write the numbers, number of bottles. That is, this means 13 orange juices are there, 8 grape juice bottles are there, 14 apple juice bottles are there, 18 mango juice bottles are there. That means this 18, 14, 8, 13 are called frequencies. You heard about frequencies? Frequency. Frequency means number of times a particular number appear is called its frequency. That is 13 bottles are there. So corresponding to the first one, the frequency is 13. Next frequency 18. Frequency means number of times a particular number appears is called frequency. Okay, number of times a particular number appears is called its frequency. Okay. Okay, here we discuss another problems from your exercise. Using a tally chart, represent the following information. Represent the following information. Okay, here two columns are given. The first one represent newspaper and the second column represent the number of people reading newspaper. Okay, we want to write the tally marks corresponding to each one. So our third column is tally mark. Okay, and the first one is times of country. 22. Second one is our times 18. Economy times 5. Hindu times 7. Express times 16. These are the numbers given here. That is 22, 18, 5, 7, 16. Okay. We want to write the tally chart representing the following information. First newspaper is Times of Country and the number of people reading the newspaper is 22. We want to write a tally corresponding to this one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the first group. Leave a space. Then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There are 4 completed groups and the last one only 2 lines are there. Okay, because we have 22 here. Then 18. The second newspaper is Our Times and the number of people reading the newspaper is 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is the next tally corresponding to 18. And the third one is economic times and the corresponding number is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only one group is there. Then 7. Hindu times 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then leave a space. Another group 6, 7. Then express times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. The last group we have only one line because total number is 16. In this way we represent the tally marks corresponding to the given frequency. And what is frequency? Number of times a particular number appear is called its frequency. Okay. Okay. Another type of representing the data is pie graph or pie chart. That is the third type. Pie graph or pie chart. Pie graph or pie chart. That is, we represent the information using a circle. We use a circle to represent the given information. That is called a pie chart or pie graph. Here I discuss using an example. Here in your text we have an example. The favorite subject and the number of students is given. Favorite subject is given and the number of students is also given. Number of students is also given and we want to draw a pie chart or pie graph for this information. And favorite subject English, number of students is 10. Then Maths, 5 students are there. Then Social Science, 20 students are there. And Science, 5 students are there. Okay, we want to draw a pie chart. First you draw a circle using your compass and ruler like this. Okay, and you know that at the time of drawing we have a center also. You mark that center and if you divide that circle into 2 equal halves, then you know that each portion is 1 by 2, and if you divide that circle into 4 equal parts, then each part represents 1 by 4. You know that one. And here we want to represent these data on a pie graph. So first we find out the total number of students. Add all these. 10 plus 5, 15 plus 5, 20 plus 20, 40 students are there. So first you find out the fraction corresponding to each subject. So draw a column like this, that is fraction corresponding to each one. That is corresponding to English, number of students is 10. So you write the fraction like this: 10 divided by total number of students is 40. Then you write the simplest form. We can cancel that 0 and 0 and you get 1 by 4. And the next one is max. Corresponding number is 5. So 5 divided by 40. 5 divided by 40 means 5 8s are 40. So cancel, you cancel with 5, 1 and 8. So the answer is 1 by 8. Then 20 students like social science, that is 20 by 40. Zeros cancel, then 2 2s are 4, so we get 1 by 2. Then the last number is 5, so 5 divided by 40 gives same as the second one, 1 by 8. Thus first we find out the fraction corresponding to each subject, and the fractions are 1 by 4, 1 by 8, 1 by 2 and 1 by 8. Okay, here 1 by 4, 1 by 8, 1 by 2, 1 by 8, clearly we know that half, it is the greatest one. So if you draw a line like this passing through the center, it divides the circle into 2 equal parts. So this each portion represents 1 by 2. You know that one, we discussed it in the chapter fraction. So 1 by 2 represent the third one, that is social science. So you mark one portion as social science. Okay, half portion like social science. Then 1 by 4. 1 by 4 means if you divide a circle into 4 equal parts, then each part represents 1 by 4. So if you draw a line like this, divide it into 4 equal parts. So draw a line like this, divides, it represents 1 by 4, and this portion 1 by 2, and 1 by 4 means which one? English. So here you write English. Then 1 by 8 means if you divide this one into 1 by 4 divided into 2 equal parts, each part is called a 1 by 8. Because if you draw a circle and circle divided into 1 by 2, 1 by 4, each portion is 1 by 8. Okay. Similarly, here also each portion is 1 by 8, 1 by 8. So we can represent 1 by 8 means one portion science and another portion is maths. In this way, we can represent the given information using a pie chart or a pie graph. Okay. Hope you understood this. First we discussed about bar graph. Then we discussed about tally marks to represent the information. Then the third one is pie chart. Okay. All of you watch this video and write the notes. Okay. Thank you.